Hello and welcome to another JMP video. I'm your host JonNario and welcome to a new series, Class Hidden Effects. In this series I will be going over all of the hidden effects on every single crystal ring on every single class. I will be going into one class per video and trying to explain how does every single hidden effect works. Keep in mind that some of these values on these rings are not explained anywhere, so there's going to be a lot of estimation during this series, since all of these are going to be hand tested and also is going to be judging by the actual description itself. If you yourself have more information regarding all of this ability, make sure to drop that in the comment section down below. Now that I got that all out of the way, make sure to drop a like since it does help me out more than you think, and also subscribe. We're on a road to 4K subscribers. And like always, let's get started with the hidden effects for the Knight. The Knight has 3 hidden effects which are going to be called Iron at Will, Smashing, and Overcharge. Starting off with Iron at Will, which reads, increases the damage redirection done by Iron Will, and the Knight gains increased damage reduction. So as far as damage redirection, for those who don't know, whenever you activate the ultimate ability Iron Will, 7 nearby players that are around the Knight will get a shield as well. This shield will grant all of the other players 10% damage reduction. However, that 10% damage reduction that is supposed to be taken from the other players is supposed to be redirected towards the Knight. Even though that this is going to be a thing, there's going to be some cases where this redirection does not work. So I still don't know how much the actual value is going to be with this ring equip. Keep all of this in mind that pretty much all of the testing that I will be doing are going to be done by myself. So yeah, I'm not going to be able to showcase you the actual values on the damage redirection, but honestly it really does not matter, because the actual selling point of this is going to be the actual damage reduction. The damage reduction on this ability normally on Iron Will is 50%. With this ring hidden effect equip is going to be increased to 66%. So that is a 16% damage reduction increase, which is a very small amount, and honestly it's not going to make this hidden effect any good. I do not recommend it. It's a pretty mediocre ability. I will probably just say skip the Iron at Will. The second hidden effect is going to be called Smashing, which reads, damage dealt by smash reduces the cooldown of Iron Will by 1 second. This is pretty self-explanatory. Every time you hit an enemy with the smash ability, you're going to reduce the cooldown of Iron Will by 1 second. Iron Will is your ultimate ability. This does not have a cooldown, and hitting multiple enemies is going to reduce 1 second per enemies. This is better than Iron at Will in my own personal opinion, but I will probably still say this is pretty mediocre. I will not recommend it either. You rarely use Smash in the first place, and you generally don't use Iron Will unless it's going to be somewhat of a panic button or whatever it might be. But yeah, you generally don't use the 2 ability that much, so I will probably just say again, skip this ability. You don't need any of the effect that actually is granted, and considering that the next ability is going to be so great for the Knight, I would probably just say just straight on skip this ability. And moving on to the last hidden effect, which is going to be Overcharge. Overcharge reads, using charge gives you a movement speed increase temporarily. I've already made a full breakdown of this ability on another video, so if you want to go ahead and check it out, I will highly recommend you to check it out. If you want a quick rundown, here I go. Upon using the charge ability, and since the class gem ability Spirit Squire replaces the actual charge ability, it will also count. So using either of these 2 ability will get you a 25 base movement speed increase for 5 seconds, and activating the ability again will refresh the timer completely. So in other words, this ability does not have any cooldown whatsoever. So using Charge or Spirit Square will refresh the timer every single time with no cooldown and gives you a plus 25 movement speed increase at base. And this is pretty amazing for the Knight, since the Knight always struggled with movement speed, and the Knight's always been known as the slowest character in the entire game. And then with this hidden effect, it pretty much makes the Knight definitely above average in terms of the movement speed department. Once again, I will highly recommend you to check out the full breakdown or the full video that I made on the Overcharge ability if you want more details on this ability. Once again, I will highly recommend you to actually get this ability. This is the only ability that I would recommend you to get on the Knight, especially if you're using a highly movement speed build on the Knight. And that's it. Thank you for watching as always, and this has been all of the hidden effects for the night.